Welcome into Morning Drive on YouTube. So guys, Patrick Reed won the WGC-Mexico Championship on Sunday and did so despite all the noise from fellow players and former commentators calling him a cheater. So, Robert Damron, we hate to use that word, but does Reed's play get better the louder the noise gets?
Well, we hate to use the word because we hate to see it. We'll use it if it's merited. The one thing that I know about Patrick Reed is he somehow eats controversy for breakfast. And in a way, that makes him a special talent, a special player, somebody that can get the most out of himself just to make you guys all look bad and to make everybody look stupid. Usually when you get that kind of controversy, especially the cheating controversy, that's because that's the rule that, well, the rule you never break. That's what the definition of cheating. But that is the unwritten rule in golf. And if you're labeled cheater, it is sticking with you forever. You just don't do it. For him to come out and win this soon and play this way right afterwards, and this soon after Brooks Koepka and Peter Kostis came out about it, it's
people that weren't even
amazing.
in Mexico.
Yeah.
I mean, Brooks Koepka was in California when he made the comment, and it still managed to filter its way into the golf world. And to us, it was loud noise, but to Patrick Reed, he's got this ability to take it and use it as fuel. He says he blocks it out. I don't think he blocks it out. I think he internalizes it and he eats it up, and he can't wait to prove everybody wrong.
Yeah, it's like stepping in a warm bath for him. He soaks it up. He loves it. To me, we always talk about you need a quiet mind to perform. You don't need distractions. You hear coaches across the sports realm saying minimize distractions, block the noise. I don't think he's blocking the noise. I think he welcomes the noise, and he's very unique in that way.
Yeah, it was really interesting hearing him talking in his winners press conference, because all of these questions were thrown at him, like, does he like it when the world is against him? And he said, do you know what, I'm used to it. It's amazing how he uses it into a positive thing, but how much longer can he take these questions? How much further can these questions go? Because until he shows any sign of remorse or the cracks start to show, you feel like the media will keep asking the same things.
You show remorse, and you're going to get it worse, because that's almost admitting it at this point. The remorse ship has sailed. It is not coming back.
Has it, though?
Well, yes, he's not going to.
You don't think it would get quieter? Like it would turn the page, show some contrition, accept some responsibility, and then the rest of the sports will move on
cheating?
to find the next controversy.
No, for saying, he was asked, does what Brooks Koepka say bother you? And all he had to do was say, yes. I thought we were friends. I thought it was closer than that. I didn't think, I wanted this to end months ago. I can't believe this is still going on. He doesn't have to admit anything as it relates to the sand in Bahamas. I think if he were to admit that he is human in feeling emotion, that a lot of the
he already did that. He did that with Jordan Spieth at the Ryder Cup. I thought we were friends. I assumed we were playing together. I didn't think that Captain Furyk was going to split us apart. It must be his problem because I didn't know anything about it. So he kind of did try that. It's just the controversy does seem to be following him around a lot, but
I don't think he's going to change. I think if he had couple wins, no green jacket, no WGCs maybe, but it just seems like he thrives on it. It's fuel for him. It kind of emboldens his play, emboldens his toughness. He's able to take it and say, not only, am I taking on this heat, I'm able to perform and thrive and knock out Justin Thomas, Jon Rahm, Rory McIlroy, Bryson DeChambeau. I mean, he's proven he can beat the best in this game at their best.
Even going back over his history, we've seen it time and time again where something happens controversial and then he'll perform. And even wearing red with Tiger, the very first time he played Tiger, he shoots 63. There's something so confrontational about his style of play that it's almost more than fuel.
And it's such a shame that this is one of Patrick Reed's biggest wins of his career, and still this is what the world is talking about. And you look at how maybe he will begin to change the narrative that follows him right now. Part of me thinks that by winning leaves an even more sour taste in the mouth because he's got away with what he's done. But on the other hand, do you think winning will start to change the way we see Reed and start to deflect from all of this?
If he wins a lot more, not just this win, he's got to keep going. He's got to win 3-4 times this year to where we say this guy is legitimately one of the 2 or 3 best players in the world. then maybe. Until then, it's just the controversy is just gonna ride with him like a wave. It's just gonna be behind him, and he's gonna continue to not care. He's actually gotten I thought he did a great job with all the interviews of just deflecting. Listen, I just want my clubs to do the talking. I'm here to play golf. I respect him. He's a good player. Let's go.
Do you think he really doesn't care? Do you think when he goes to bed at night, do you think he thinks about all the things that are going on around him? You got Brooks Koepka calling him out to the world's media. Do you think he really cares?
I think he cares, but it doesn't bother him. He doesn't care enough where it becomes a crippling thing that he's not able to perform. He sleeps fine at night. He knows people are talking about him. His team tells him what's being said about him. He knows he's been accused of cheating. He knows who's called him a cheater. And he's able to use that information. He's used it since he was in college, got kicked out of Georgia, transferred to Augusta State, and won 2 national championships. He can perform at the highest level in a game that is so difficult week to week that it's amazing. He's like a football player who the other team has been writing stuff out, on the bulletin board in the other locker room. I don't know how he does it. It's very unlike other golfers I've covered. He cares, but he doesn't care enough where it becomes crippling. He cares enough that it becomes fuel for him to perform.
And I wonder what would happen in the absence of it.
Yeah.
I truly believe that to some extent he's like that person in the relationship that keeps trying to pick fights because they like the drama. They feed off the drama. And I think to some extent he's picked these little fights throughout his career, and it does because it motivates him and it pushes him to prove if he feels like everybody's against him, he can prove them wrong.
Yeah, and that motivation and turning that into a positive thing could be Reed's greatest strength at the end of the day if he has the ability to do that. Who knows what he is capable of, but it was a brilliant win out in Mexico. And what do you think about Patrick Reed and his ability to block out the noise? Tell us in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe to Golf Channel's YouTube, and you can catch the latest golf news live every day on Morning Drive. We'll see you next time.